lovers, how are you guys doing today? So I am beyond excited for this video because today I'm going to be talking about the Shop September Rose Slush palette, which just looks like this. And I kind of, I guess, had good luck with this palette because I heard about it through Angelica Niekist, and I will definitely leave her channel down below because she's the person who talked about this and made me buy it. And I looked online and there was not a single review, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take one for the team. And then literally like 2 days after I ordered it, Trendmood posted it and everyone was going crazy for this palette. So I figure you guys are probably gonna be excited to hear me talk about it. Just looks like this, and the packaging is stunning and so unique. You've got this lady, she looks like she's on vacation, she's living her best life. And then you open it up and it is all yellow inside. There is a little mirror. I really appreciate that it folds all the way back. And then here is what the inside looks like. It is just a beautiful rainbow. It retails for 25 pounds, I believe. Between the conversion to dollars and the shipping cost to get it to me, I think it ended up being about $44. It did go through customs, but I didn't have to pay anything extra, which was great. So for me, I mean, if you live in Europe, then this is probably more of an affordable palette for you. But for me, it definitely is more on the expensive side, so I'm kind of judging it from that standpoint. So first I want to jump on into doing this eye look, my demo, so you guys can see how they apply, and then at the end I will give my final thoughts and show some swatches of the palette. Okay, so before we jump in, I just wanted to mention really quickly, if my lighting looks better, please let me know. I turned down my ring light a little bit, and I feel like on the viewfinder it looks a little bit better today. I'm trying to find that perfect balance. My skin is breaking out really bad. I don't know why, so please excuse that. I didn't want to put any base on first just in case the shadows have fallout. And then also I wanted to mention, if you can see that my face is tinted green, I'm not sure if it's going to show up on camera, but I did a makeup look where I painted my entire face blue and now my skin is stained. So that is why I had to do a fuller brow today and use brow pomade because my brows were green. So I swatched a few shades already and they were a little bit sheer, so I'm kind of nervous on how it's going to perform. But I'm really excited to just go ahead and jump on in. I already primed my eyes with the P. Louise eyeshadow base in the shade 0.5, which is my favorite primer. Like, I don't think I'll ever use anything else. I really need to like order some backups or something. Today, I think I want to kind of do something more pinky purple. I think would be really pretty. So I think I'm going to go ahead and start off with this shade right here called Cotton Candy. I'm going to go ahead. Oh, pigmentation looks okay. I'm going to just kind of put that in my crease. I feel like I can tell that it's a little bit more pigmented on this side than this side, and the reason why is just the way you apply it. If you apply it in a sweeping motion, it's going to be a little bit more sheer, but if you first pack it on like this, you can immediately see that the pigmentation is a little bit better. Pretty much all shadows work like that. It especially works for bright, colorful shadows, but... Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and take Pink Lemonade, which is like a really hot pink shade, and I'm just going to put that in that same area a little bit lower. I think with these shades, like specifically, I just feel like packing them on and then blending them out is working the best. Blending, super easy. I'm just going to go back in with that previous brush. Honestly, I don't even really need to do this, it's just habit. And alright, so now I want to start building up some purple, and I think I'm going to start off with this shade right here called Grape. I'm not getting really any kickback in these palette, or this palette, not these. And I'm just going to put that on the outer V and blend inwards. Okay, that's definitely a little bit more light. I'm going to pick up some more product, tap it on. I really want to go ahead and kind of build up this darkest purple. Actually, it's probably the darkest shade in the palette right here, which is called Blackcurrant. Such a pretty eggplant shade. I'm going to take it on a tiny little brush. I don't know why, most of my brushes are clean, but they're upstairs and I'm too lazy to go get them, so I'm going to use this one. And I'm just going to start building that on the outer V. I actually think this brush is kind of nice if you're going to cut your crease, because it like perfectly goes in your crease, like to where you might want to cut it, so you can blend up from there. I wish it was just a touch more pigmented, just to balance out all these bright shades. I really like to have a nice dark shade to go in with, because I normally, you know, even if my look is colorful, I want to have like some dimension and some balance. Previous pink brush and just blend that out a little bit. And I'm going to use this shade Coconut Milk right here. I swatched it and it kind of looks like a satin, not quite matte, but not like full on shimmer either. So I'm just gonna try it. Oh, okay, definitely shimmer. Whew. Okay, it's more intense on the brush. That's crazy. I swear, like legit, it almost looked matte on my hand. Okay, so at this point I think I'm gonna go ahead and cut my crease using the P. Louise base. I'm just gonna do it really quickly. So I kind of did a horrible job, but that's fine. I think I'm gonna go ahead and start off, and I'm gonna use the shade Coconut Milk again because I really like it, and I'm gonna put it in the inner part of the eye. What the heck, now it looks matte, but it's so shimmery on my brow bone. This color is playing tricks on me. Super pigmented though. Alright, so next I think I'm gonna go into this shade right here called Strawberry, which is like kind of like a pinky purple shade. And I'm gonna put that on this part of my lid. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay, it's kind of more of a unique shade too. I think I'm gonna go ahead and try out one more shimmer shade on my lid just for the heck of it. I'm gonna go into this shade right here called Berry Blast. This one is super pretty. It's like, just like a metallic purple. And I'm gonna pop that. Ooh. Oh man, that's really pretty. Oh man, I love that color. So like I said, it's just like a metallic purple, but like the reflect, I feel like it's really shiny. And this is actually not even like that great of a brush. I just grabbed it because my clean ones are far away and I'm being lazy. And it's actually doing an amazing job. I can only imagine a look with this shade all over the lid wet. So I'm just kind of blending that and kind of just tapping it in. So I definitely want to go ahead and make the outer V a little bit darker and kind of blend it into the mattes. I think I'm going to go ahead and try this shade out right here, Cherry Limeade. Just for the heck of it, it kind of has more of a red tone. It's looking pretty. Like, it's not quite as dark as I want for that area, but it is really pretty. I think it'd be super nice in the crease too. And I give it one last try, going with a little bit more of Blackcurrant, really pick up some product and pack that on this outer part here. That looks super pretty. I definitely have some fallout underneath my eyes. It's not horrible, but I did feel it as I was applying the shimmers, and I think I have like a little bit from the mattes as well, so I'm going to go ahead and wipe that away. I'm kind of cleaning up the outer corner as well, just making it a little sharper. I'm going to go ahead and do my face off camera just to save time, and I'll be back to finish the eyes with y'all, probably lips, and maybe we can try Coconut Milk, this shade right here, as a highlight on the skin because it might be pretty. I went ahead and did a winged liner just because I felt it would go with this look, and I also popped on some lashes. Epitome of laziness, I just put them on. I didn't even use glue. That's just who I am. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and do the lower lash line. I think I'm going to take the shade Cotton Candy. I'm just going to use that same Sigma brush I've been using this whole time, just because it's really small and like why dirty another brush. And I'm just going to kind of blend that along that area. I thought about doing a rainbow eye, but I'm really like feeling the purpley pink vibes. I'm going to go ahead and take like a flat eyeliner brush and go into that darkest purple shade. And I'm basically just going to line my lower lash line with that. Then just gonna blend that. I'm gonna go ahead and use the Ardency In eyeliner in the shade Hot Pink, just because I'm feeling it right now, this whole pink thing. Honestly, my eyes are gonna look so green from this look, especially when you add in a pink eyeliner. Do some quick mascara. For the very inner quarter of my eye, I'm going to go ahead and take some more of Coconut Milk and just going to pop that on as my highlight. Oh, that is so pretty. So now I'm going to go ahead and take the shade Coconut Milk and I'm going to take it on a Colourpop. Actually, I bought it before they named them. I can't remember what the name is called. It's some type of like highlighting brush. But I'm just going to take some of Coconut Milk and try to highlight with that. Ooh. I feel like this shade has the prettiest shine to it, but it's so smooth. Actually, really quickly, I want to do one more thing to my eye look. This is kind of personal preference, but I really don't like it to be like super blocky like that. Like I like that it's cut, but I don't like that it doesn't look like, I don't know, blended into the skin, if that makes sense. So I'm going to take that brush that I use and basically get rid of any product that I can, so it's a clean brush. And I'm just going to blend out this edge. So for my lips today, I'm going to use the Colourpop Lippy pencil in the shade Oh Snap. I think this is Discontinued, but it's just a nude shade. And I'm going to line my lips and then fill them in. Okay, so on top of that, I'm going to go ahead and do the Dose of Colors lip gloss in the shade Save the Date. This has such a pretty iridescent pinky green undertone to it. It's kind of hard to describe, but I'm going to basically do super glossy lips. Ooh, you see that? I'm going to go ahead and change shirts really quick just because I feel like this blends into the background, and I meant to change it before I started filming, but I forgot. Alright guys, so this is the final look and I really love how it turned out. I'm such a sucker for pink and purple tones and I haven't done a look like this in forever, and it's definitely my favorite, and I live for hot pink. I love how it makes my eyes look super green. So I want to go ahead and give you guys a full rundown on the palette and my final thoughts. Not my final thoughts, I'll explain in a moment, but obviously this is just a first impression. I've only used a handful of shades, so let's just go ahead and dive in. I'm going to go row by row. So the very first row is 5 pink toned shadows, all different hues. There is only one metallic shade here, and it's kind of like a pinky purple shade. It's super pretty. Out of these shades in the palette, I would say that this one right here, this pink lemonade, is dry. Definitely feels dry and kind of rough to the touch, but it's super pigmented, so I don't mind. The next shade down is super dry and really not that pigmented. I really had to build this one up when I swatched it. And then the last shade here was a little bit dry, but still pretty pigmented. And now moving on to the orange row, the only shade here that I had problems with the pigmentation is this super bright orange here, which is kind of disappointing. When I swatched it, I really had to build it up, and it definitely feels a lot drier, unfortunately. Not the worst shade ever. I'm sure that I'll be able to get it to work on the eyes, but definitely not as vibrant as it looks in the pan. And then the other shades in this row were fine. So now moving on to the green row. This is definitely my favorite row in the palette, I think. I definitely want to use this in my next look. All of the shades in this row swatched beautifully. The very bottom shade is teal, and it is definitely a little bit dry and rough to the touch, but still so pigmented and so nice. I love how these tones, like, I feel like they're kind of unique greens. And then the lightest shade here, Coconut Milk, I really enjoy that one. I feel like it's a nice shimmery highlighting shade. So the next row is the blues, and this definitely had a little bit of hits and misses. The first shade, the shimmer here, is beautiful, stunning, so metallic, and it's like the perfect blue purple duochrome shade that I always say, like, every time I have a palette that has like purple and blues, I'm like, I wish there was a purple to blue duochrome in here, and this one actually does have it, so I love that. The second shade here, I really wish this was a true matte. It has a little bit of sheen in it, but it's not that pigmented. You really have to build that one up when swatching, so I think that's a little disappointing, especially with the blue row here. I think that one would make sense for it to be more matte, but obviously I haven't tried that one on the eye, so I'll definitely give it a chance. This shade right here, this Cobalt Blue, is the worst shade in the palette. Definitely a miss. It's not pigmented at all. I had to build and build and build to get any pigmentation when I swatched it, and it's super dry, which is disappointing. This metallic here is super beautiful, and this dark blue here is super beautiful as well. I want to do that like as a smoky eye. It has the prettiest glitter in it. I love it. It's a little bit more dry, a little more rough to the touch, but super pigmented, so that one's a really cool shade. And now onto the very last row, which is all purples, super pretty. This shade is more of a satin shade, but it's nice. I really like this metallic here, super beautiful. This shade Grape is definitely dry, definitely has to be built up. However, I will say that this gives me a little hope, because when I swatched it, I wasn't a fan, but on the eyes, it still looks pretty. So I think that with the right base and with the right application, you can definitely get it to work. And then this next shade, this purple here, is super beautiful, super pigmented. I like that one a lot more. I feel like if I'm in this palette and I'm reaching for a purple, these are pretty similar, and I think I would just end up going for this one right here. And then the very last shade in the palette is Blackcurrant, and this one was disappointing as well. Not very pigmented, definitely really dry, but I was able to get it to work on my eyes. I just wish it was a little bit darker, because I think I just really like to have depth in my looks. So it was really important for me to go through the palette like that for this video. So I wanted to give you guys all the hits, all the misses so you can go ahead and use the information that I'm giving you and decide for yourself if you want to purchase the palette. Obviously, I will keep testing it out. I will do a review in the future if you would like one. I like the quality of, I'd say, like 75% of the shadows. So because of the price tag at this moment, I can't say like, yes, it's definitely worth it, at least for me. But I do really like the colors, and I was able to get it to work, and I really like the look. So I will keep playing with it. I think maybe if I had used like a base that wasn't as sticky or tacky, or just like not as good of an eyeshadow base, it might not have worked out as well. Or if I had set the eyeshadow base, I think that the P. Louise eyeshadow base makes every shadow that much better. So that's just where I am in this moment. I'm not 100% in love with the palette, but I also don't dislike it either. I just wanted to present you guys the information in case you are trying to decide whether to purchase it or not, that there are some misses in the color scheme, but you can make them work. So if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them down below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. If you have not subscribed already, I definitely encourage you to. I love having you guys here on my channel. I appreciate every single one of you so much, and thank you to everyone who subscribes and comments and likes and gives me constructive criticism, and even the haters, because it just makes my channel better. So thank you so much for everyone watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.